Hello there. Welcome to Blitz Transmissions. I'm Tommy, and today I'm bringing you a very impromptu but very, very special edition of Blitz Bounties live streams here. We have behind me the Hasbro The Vintage Collection, The Ghost HasLab. This is something that was a nightmare to get shipped to me, I will say. We had a ton of issues with FedEx in my area. Specifically with the packages, myself, and I know Hybrid Toy Reviews, our ghosts were on the same truck and made their way to our local FedEx facility. Got stuck in the shipping yard for almost a week, and there were like tons of miscommunications with shipping and things like that. It was a nightmare, but I was able to get in contact with the facility, and they were able to switch over my shipping address to the local FedEx store. So I was able to pick it up today. And I picked it up maybe an hour ago, maybe. As you can see, I'm in a different little camera angle here as well. Real quick, I do just want to shout out the chatters. We got Max Rebo Experience. What's up, James? Yes, many Bothans died. Many of my brain cells died trying to figure out where the hell my package was for this whole week of Christmas here. We got the napkin from the dungeon. We got 212 Hunter. Ayo. Zavi, what's going on, brother? Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox this live. This is the shipper that it came in. I picked this up at FedEx. I have not touched anything. This is exactly as the Ghost came. So I'm going to unbox this. We're going to be exploring this experience together. I figured it'd be fun to do live. Since I'm not going to be doing a review on the Ghost, I figured it'd be fun to just open the thing up and kind of experience it with you guys. I'm not opening the figures. That's why I'm not doing a review. So, as you can see, this thing is about half my height here. This is a good 3 feet tall. This box is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this first box open here. This thing weighs about 50 pounds. It's quite a sizable package. I was honestly, I can't say I was expecting this thing to be so heavy. I thought maybe 20, 30 pounds would be the weight of the box here, but 50 pounds. I was kind of surprised when I saw that on the tracking with FedEx, which I think that was part of the issue. This was getting sent to FedEx warehouses where a lot of like appliances get sent to and things like that. So here we go. Got the first box. Opening it up here, and then it's cool actually. So Hasbro did pretty good here. You got some corner protectors and edge protectors. If the lighting sucks, let me know. I'll try and fix it because I am, like I said, using a different camera angle. They did plastic corner protectors here for the second box, and they did some very thick cardboard edge protectors as well. These are really hard. I'm kind of really, cranking on these, and they're not really having much give. So, I got to give Hasbro props, man, where, usually stuff shows up, like TVC figures from like Walmart and Target will show up damaged. This did not. So the real challenge is going to be trying to get this damn thing opened, pulled out of the box here. Let's see how good my grip strength is here. Jeez Louise. It's a good thing I still have some strength. I haven't been to the gym in a good 6 months, but good to know I still got it. Ugh. That was tough, man. So every edge and every corner has a protector. Every corner has a plastic corner protector, and every edge has a very thick, sturdy cardboard protector as well. So let's get this box out of the way. Try not to knock over my Micro Galaxy Squadron stuff while I'm at it. So we have box number 2. This is another shipper. So they've actually gone ahead and double boxed this. So there was the outer shipper, which was labeled Hasbro. It's essentially this box, just slightly bigger. And I believe in this box here is going to be the Ghost. So super excited. Let's get this thing open. Now I will say there was a little bit of nicks and dents and things like that on the box that was outside of this one. This one is pristine. I do not see any blemishes on any side of this box, and I'm very happy about that. So we're going to cut the tape on this one now. Get this sucker opened. Oh, there it is. I'm going to tilt it over so you guys can see the art on the box here. This looks so cool. And literally, like, I was going to, maybe plan the stream for, like, later tonight or something, but I couldn't help myself. Look at that, guys. The Ghost, labeled as an Ahsoka release. Funnily enough, it's an Ahsoka release with every tier being a Rebels figure. I need to try and take some pictures as I go here. Try and keep up with that as well. Yeah, this box is huge. This is definitely the biggest box I've opened for my personal collection here. So I think the best bet on this next one is going to be to flip it and see if I can't. Ugh. And actually, kind of perfect timing as well. Hybrid Toy Reviews for Christmas. If you haven't seen the review, he got me the Black Series First Order TIE Fighter. So I'm excited to kind of do a size comparison between the largest item ever released in Black Series. And I think is this the biggest item in TVC, or is it the sail barge? Let me know. I'll tell you what, this thing is packed tight. Woo! I'm getting a workout. Starting to think I shouldn't have worn so many layers, man. But here we go. Here's the Ghost. The final box. Final Ghost box. Ugh. So I'll kind of go over sides of the packaging as best I can here. Let me fix my camera angle a bit more. So here's what we got. So you got this is the front of the package. You got your Ahsoka logo, the Ghost here. You've got your big giant. This is such a cool promo image. Down in the corner there, you can see Ahsoka and Hera from the Ahsoka series. Now, because I'm not opening my Ahsoka figures or my stretch goal figures, I have an Ahsoka series Captain or General Harrison Dula that I've been holding on to for a while now. I bought this earlier this year, and this figure is going to be the one that I display because I'm going to be doing a coffee table diorama, a clear coffee table with a diorama of Lothal with the Ghost. And Hera will go with that. Easy figure to get. I think I got her on clearance, actually, at Walmart. But yeah, you got your Phantom 2 down here in the corner. A little picture of that. Obviously, it's in Kenner-style packaging. I love the HasLab logo up here. Again, this box is in pristine condition. I don't see any blemishes, dents, scrapes. Taking a look at, I love the top of the box, too. If you guys can see this at least somewhat well. I know that StreamYard finally gives us 1080p. But, we got the name again, Ahsoka, the Ghost, Kenner, bunch of your different features, 8 different images here showing you, there are 6 different images here showing you different features of the ship. Look how cool that is. I want to just give a little shout out to some other people in the chat right here. I see Phantom Menace Dennis here. Yes, the Ghost of Christmas Past is finally here. Art Henderson, what's going on, brother? And we got Alexander Storm. What's going on, Alexander? That's my boy Alex from Toy Chest with Sarlacc Digest. Yeah, HasLabs are great. Hasbro does a great job on their end. What's going on, Jennifer? How we doing? But yeah, so there's that. Let's see if there's anything worth showing on any of the other sides of the packaging. The sides of the packaging here seem to be the same. It's just this one is a horizontal version of this side of the box here, where you've got the Ghost packaging. And I guess I'll show you this side too. Just kind of hard to, it's hard to have space to do an unboxing like this and try and, there's that, if you can see it. Let me see if there's anything on the bottom here. Look at, oh my God, look at this. The black and white version. Now this is cool. That's a cool picture right there. I'm going to grab some pictures of this real quick, so just bear with me because obviously I'm going to post this on my Blitz Bounties Instagram page. So I kind of wanted to take pictures as I went along. Yeah, dude, this is This is too cool. I've been anticipating this thing for probably, it's been 18 months about since this thing went up for the campaign, right? Pretty sure it's been a while. Who is this? Force is strong with this one. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. Just got your ghost today. Awesome stuff. Yeah, let me see. Is there anything on the bottom of the box that I can show you guys before we get this thing opened? Yeah, we've actually got some more images down here, some bigger images even, with some more stuff here. All your legalese, and make sure, guys, don't feed this to your babies. Just as I say with all my action figures reviews, don't feed this to your babies. But yeah, again, all the figures, those promo photos they did for this were just too cool, man. So. All right, now it's the moment of truth. Let's get this sucker opened so we can check out this ghost. I'm trying to figure out how they want us to open this because I don't want to ruin the packaging. So we'll go from the side here, I guess. Guess that's the best way to go about it. Looks like the side. We'll cut the tape. These big circular pieces of tape down here. Oh, man. Here we go, boys and girls. Here we go. All right. So we have a ton of packages in here. They all have little pull tabs on them, which is very, very nice. So we'll just kind of start pulling stuff out of the box here and figuring out where we go. So I guess we'll start. This is all one. Okay, so here's this little top portion here. Oh, no, these are two. I have a feeling one of these is our stretch goal figures, as well as Hera in there. So we'll kind of get these open one by one. Here's a cool one. Check this out. This box is labeled with the Ghost logo on the cardboard. That is pretty cool. I also want to give a shout out to a couple people in the chat who are channel members here, like Max Rebo Experience and 212 Hunter, who can't wait for his shipping delays to continue. I do have a channel membership. If you want to be a part of Rancor Battalion, the link is in the description. You can get a lot of my action figure reviews early if you do that. Want to check out, we got a couple more chatters here. Let's see. We got Darth Revan in the chat. Dude, it's that's the issue a lot of people are having is where are they going to put these things? Thankfully, I am going to do the coffee table approach. My dad and I are going to build a coffee table in the coming months here. So, oh my God. Okay, so this looks like, I think this is the front of the canopy in here. And I'm going to try and show you guys. And then a lot of your accessories in here, like the Sabak table, or not Sabak, Dejaric table, a lot of your other stuff in there. So there's that. We'll set that off to the side here because we're going to have to, it's going to be some assembly required once we get this thing open, but I'm pretty sure that our figgies are in here. So let's check out our figgies. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to have to check this out after we get everything out of the box. This will probably be the first one that we open. Get this fully open, but check that out, guys. There are the figures. You got Hera, Ezra, Kanan, and Zeb. That's too cool. Grab a picture of that for the gram real quick. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm too excited. I'm too excited to get this thing, let's hurry up and get the rest of this thing opened here. Okay, so this appears to be the main body of the vehicle in this next box. Phew! Dude, I'll tell you what, I really should have worn not a flannel for this because I am getting a workout. So I think this is the main body of the ship. And then down at the bottom, it looks like some additional pieces of the vehicle. So I'm going to get stood up here. I see instructions in the box, it appears, as well. So let's get that opened. Nice. And then we'll grab whatever paperwork is in the bottom, crammed in the bottom of the box down here. We've got some instruction booklets. It's been a long time since I've opened something with a full-on instruction booklet like this, but here's that. Got your instruction booklet down here. All right. Let's see. Now we got to figure out how to get everything kind of pulled apart here. Because I got several large boxes in my room that were not once in my Star Wars room. So we're gonna have to figure out how to get these put away. There we go. I'm starting to knock things over now because I'm all right. Get this put away. All right, that's good enough for now. My Micro Galaxy Squadron collection needs to not fall over. That would be unfortunate. All right, let's get some of this stuff set up. Here's the box with what appears to be the body of the ship here. So, there's that. It's got some, dude, this is the one that's got some heft to it. This one's probably a good 20 pounds all on its own. And wow. So before I get to that one, I'll show off the last one here. So we got one with the accessories, one with the figures, one with the main hull of the ship, and then this last one here. So it seems to be broken up into 4 boxes. This is your rest of your ship here. So we'll set that off to the side. And then we'll start really getting into things here. I'm trying to keep up with chat as I go here. Let's see. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. All right, here we go. So this is my first time. Oh my gosh, dude. This is too cool. This is too cool. Holy cow, this thing is huge. It's funny because, you know, a lot of reviewers will tell you this, and, you know, I've watched a lot of like reviews of, I know a lot of people in Europe already got theirs kind of first. So I was watching like Only One Kenobi. Love that channel, by the way. Definitely subscribe to Only One Kenobi. He did his review and unboxing, and he kind of put it best is, you know, you don't really realize the scale of this thing until you actually see it in person, as I'm like pulling panels off and stuff here. Let me figure out how to get this thing out here. This is ridiculous. So here's the main hull of the Ghost. And this is me next to it. This is too cool. I'll bring it up close to the camera so you guys can kind of see some of the details here. But there it is. There's your cockpit area. And actually this whole panel lifts off and actually connects very, very nicely. There's all kinds of sculpted detail on the inside of the panel there. And here's that front area here. You got your gunner position for that front turret that we'll put on in a little bit. Everyone's got their seats. I think that's awesome. You got a couple of the cabins on the side here. That's cool too. You got the cabin over here. You got another cabin on the side here. And a lot of interior space. I think this might come off as well. Should probably be looking at the instructions before I just start peeling parts off this. But there is the whole area in the back there where everyone kind of plays Dejaric and things like that. So let me figure out how to get this off before I start just yanking on the ship and I break it, and then I'd be very upset. So we're going to take a look at our constructions here. So lots and lots of pieces. They do tell you as well which box holds which parts. So that's very good. Let's see. Removing the panels. That's what I want to see first here. Looks like everything just pulls off. So we'll get that sorted out here. So all right. We didn't break that, did we? No, we did not. There's the back area there. You see it's done in a couple different pieces of plastic, kind of screwed together. And then this is a huge open area. This is awesome in here. Check this out. Look at that in there, guys. Look at all that interior space. Too cool, man. Too cool. I love all the seating areas and everything. Little spots to put some of your furnitures. I love it. This is awesome. This is too cool. All right, I'm going to start moving some boxes out of the way here so that we can get some putting together done, because that's going to be a big part of this is assembling the damn thing. Let's put some of these panels back on while I'm at it here. So what's the best way to put this all together? Yeah, it looks, I mean, a lot of this just snaps into place. There's not like a rhyme or reason to how everything snaps into place. It just kind of push everything into place, which is nice. I like that. I like that. It's very user friendly, I guess, especially as, you know, I myself, I'm not a huge TVC collector, so it's been a while since I've, you know, played with TVC vehicles or 3 3/4 scale vehicles. But as I remember from when I was a kid, these are very user friendly. Everything kind of just snaps into place with minimal effort, and you can get it all kind of put into place very easily. That was very easy to do. So now what I want to do is check out the bottom real quick. And actually, funnily enough, I say that, and Darth Revan in the chat here brings this up, that there is no wash. It's all just sculpted plastic on the bottom. Usually, I'm pretty forgiving of stuff like this when there's no panel lining or weathering at the bottom, because especially for a lot of us for this scale, we're going to be having this ship landed. You know, for me, I'm going to be having the landing gear on it as opposed to just it in flight mode. I'm going to be putting it on in a box, in a display, you know, so in a diorama. I don't really care personally. However, I do understand where you're coming from, and that's something that I always do make sure to praise Jazzwares for with Micro Galaxy Squadron, is how good they are with the weathering of the ships, especially on the bottoms there. So let's get our ghost out of here. Let's get this box out of the way. The idea here is I want to kind of keep everything clear. However, my room is becoming very full of boxes very quickly. Becoming a jungle gym of boxes in here. So let me keep a move on here. So body of the ghost right here. So this is the front. I'm going to have the front towards me. Try and keep it in frame for you guys as well. And okay. What's the best way to go about this? Before we take a look at that, let's take a look at the figures. I know that this is a huge draw to this HasLab for a lot of people, are the figures. Of course, all the cards are unpunched. They put this little cover over them so that the cards are nice and minty. Of course, let's first take a look at the included figure. So if this HasLab would have backed and not reached any of the stretch goals, we would have still gotten Hera. So there's that. All the card backs on these guys are reminiscent of the mural that Sabine draws at the last episode of Rebels. We get to see this mural in the Ahsoka series as well. And then on the back of the card back, you get Hera's green color with that full mural from the show. Very, very cool. Let's see. Next up, you get, I think Ezra was the first tier. Would I be right, guys? It's been a long time. It's been 18 months. Ezra was the first one in there. But again, very cool. Lots of awesome accessories with Ezra. He looks awesome in there. Again, on the back of the card backs, I'm guessing are going to all be the same, where it's just the mural image with the character info, basic bio, and the 1,000 languages they do the bios in. Here is stretch goal number 2, Blind Kanan, later seasons Kanan Jarrus. I love that they included the little face mask he wears with the J guys as a separate piece. Pretty cool stuff there. And then on the back, same thing as before with the other 2. Some pretty cool stuff there. And then we've got our final figure, the third and final stretch goal, which is Garazeb Aurelios. Very, very cool figure. He's got some awesome details on him as well. And then on the back, they did yellow for his card back. Pretty cool stuff. Very excited for that. So there's our figures out of the packaging. So I'm actually going to put these back in. Like I said, these are not getting opened. I think my long-term goal for these will actually be to get them signed, because I already do have the Sabine and the Chopper 2-pack that came out earlier this year. I do have those hung up in star cases already. I'm going to be buying additional star cases for these. Let's see. Okay, so looks like I got some chats here. I'm going to catch up with the chat real quick. Oh, there's Sarlacc Digest. What's going on? I'm assuming this is Scott. What's going on, Scott? The Thanks for letting me be a co-host of Toy Chest there. Love that show. Don't let your dad play with it. Yes, we are not going to let Commander Bly play with the ARC 170, play with the Ghost the way he played with the ARC 170. So let's see. We got Troy. So Troy, I'm actually with the Ghost. I'm going to be doing my dad and I are going to be building a custom coffee table out of wood and tempered glass. We're going to build a coffee table that I will then make into a diorama in the middle on Lothal with the Ghost and this General Hera figure that I bought earlier this year. Very excited. It's going to be a fun project for me and my dad to do together. Sounds like there's a lot of effort that goes into putting things together here. Yeah, I'm not with a HasLab just because I don't, it's a limited thing. If it was a more mass-produced thing, I feel like I'm more into that with 3D printing. I want to give a shout out to Troy for the super chat. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Also a channel member. Shout out to being a member of the Rancor Battalion. My boy here, Commander Cook. What's going on, Cookie? Definitely check out Cook's channel as well. Speaking of customs. There we go. Ezra was first, then Kanan. And Zoom for Zeb. I do remember that because I remember we were worried we weren't going to get Zeb. And thank you, Hunter, for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate that. And then we have from The Force is Strong, we've got a little piece of advice here. So the side panels first. All right, I'm going to follow your advice. Don't let me down, all right? Come on, baby, don't let me down. We're going to check out, okay, the side panels are probably in this box here. So we've got here, this is assuming the top turret on the top of the ship here. Take a look at that. I love it. I don't know what it is with me. I love the clear plastic. But it's got a little bit of articulation there. The guns. That looks awesome. And then I'm assuming it opens as well. Yeah, it just pops off. Even better than a hinge. I love a hinge, but I love when the piece just pops off. And this, I think, just slips into place. And it almost like clicks in with friction. But you can also just pull it in and out very easily to obviously seat a figure in there. There's a nice little seat in there. So we'll set that off to the side. And like I said, I think this is going to be... Wow. Okay. Whoa. I picked it up. We've got another side panel on the top here on the piece that I lifted up. So, all right, we're going to figure out what's the best plan of attack for these panels here. So I'm guessing there's more panels in another box or underneath this one even, I think might be the case. So are these marked? Does anybody know? Are these marked as to which is which? I would love to know. Let's see, I'm trying to keep up with the chat as I go. Dill, what's going on, Dill? How we doing? Side panels, center first. Thank you. Sabine was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive 2-pack with Chopper that came out. Doug! What's going on, Doug? How are we going? So, okay, so how will I know which is which if they're not marked? That's my question here. Let's see. Only one way to go on? Okay. One way out? Is that what you're saying? One way out? Okay. All right. So I'm assuming, you know what? I'll kind of follow what Darth Revan was saying earlier. I'll assume that the side that's not weathered is the bottom side. So at least I know for this is going to be the top here. Are these identical? That would be nice to know. Because if these sides are identical, that'll make everything a lot easier. They are not. So I'm going to need to refer to the instructions. And if you guys don't know me, I hate reading instructions, even when they're only pictures. And sometimes reading the ones that are only pictures are even harder to understand than the ones that are not. So we'll see how Hasbro does here with the pictures. Okay. You should be able to tell by the way the panels are shaped here, unless they didn't go that far with the instructions, you know. Oh, let me show you the Ghost while I'm live streaming putting together the Ghost. Okay. So we got right one. So this would appear to be this side of the ship. This would appear to be. So I have the front facing me. These little pieces face the rear. So this one goes here. We'll get that on. Okay, well that was easy. We got the side. The side panels have been easy to put on. We'll get the second one on here. Okay. Sides are on. There we go. So now we have our Holy Ghost shaped like a nice little cross here. So actually, and I saw in the instructions, we might want to put on the landing gear first while I'm at it. So let me get that landing gear on. So we'll pull these panels off on the bottom here. If I can get these out without breaking my non-existent fingernails. This top one doesn't seem to want to budge. Might have to grab a screwdriver. Where's my mini screwdriver kit? I think it's off screen here somewhere, but grab some of this landing gear. Are these landing gears marked, or are they all identical? Does anybody know? Are these all identical landing skids? I think they might be. Oh no, some of them are shorter than the others. So, oh yeah, so one of them's super short, but it looks like the plugins are all the same. So let's make sure not to. Okay, yes, landing gear will help. They are not identical. Oh yeah, look at this, Mr. Coffee. What's going on? Shout out to Monday Night Figure Ball. Make sure to go subscribe to Figure Ball. Dude, the weight is literally torture. The weight is literally torture on this. I was dying waiting for this thing to show up. So small one up front, tall in the back. Okay. So we'll put the tallest one. I'm assuming, yeah, obviously the landing skids go towards the front here. Let me, again, double check. I'm very detail oriented. I'm very anal about my details here. So, yeah, so the skids, I'm assuming you obviously, yeah, they're placed a certain way. Wow. You guys weren't lying about this being difficult to put in. Okay. Woo! That was a little bit of effort there, wasn't it? Let me try to make sure that you guys can actually see the Ghost while I'm assembling it. And you can see my Black Series TIE Fighter off to the side there. Like I said, I do plan to do a comparison before the end of the stream here. Let's see. I'm just going to use the assistance of a screwdriver to pop this last one here. That was very easy to do. I'm assuming there's no storage anywhere for these flaps for these landing skids as I'm removing them. So it's probably just going to be one of those where we just have to... Dude, I feel like I'm going to break these as I'm like mashing them into the ship here. Yeah, that one didn't really click, but it's definitely connected. Will this one click? Maybe they just don't. Oh, I felt it. Yeah, okay. So you can't really hear it, but you feel it click into place. There we go. That one clicked nicely. That's what I like, that satisfying click. So we'll put these off to the side. I'm trying not to lose these pieces as I'm got pieces of a Ghost everywhere. So now that we've got our landing gear on the ship, we can now have it right side up, landed just like this. And then we'll now move on to the next piece, which will be attaching these corners. Do you want a corner or a side? That's what they're saying. Okay, so what's the best way to go about this? Does anybody who already has a Ghost know? Dude, breaking live might get me a lot of views. Tashi Station Emporium affiliated with Sarlacc Digest might be a good plan there. Okay. So is the lighting good right now, guys? You can see the ship okay? I know on my screen it looks fine, but sometimes I know you can't always see it. Okay, so one of these, are these the back panels or the front panels? I don't know if anybody actually will be able to tell. Where are the other two corner panels here? I'm assuming they might be in this box with some of these other pieces here. What's up, John Graber? What's going on? How we doing? You got to really look, but they are marked. Okay. All right. Do you know where they're marked? You want to help me out? Yeah, Hunter. Good one. Good one. I'm sure you can't hear me. I checked several times. You troll. Hunter the troll. Trolling away as usual. Here's the canopy part. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. I'm such a sucker for the mix of clear plastic with the, the different frame pieces of the windows, the viewports, I guess I should say. It's always one of my favorite parts of these. We do have a nice little tray with some of our accessories, like the little picnic table, the chair, the Dejaric table, things of that nature. So yeah, I'm assuming down here would be, yep, there's our other quarter panels, the engine pieces, and inside the panel, let me see. Oh yeah, this is Hunter's troll account now. What's going on? Enu table, how we doing? We got let's see. Inside the panel, they're hard to see but marked. Let me see. Hard to see but marked. What if my man is trolling me right now? He's making me just look like an idiot at these quarter panels here. Oh no, I see it. Yeah, left 3. It's like way tucked in here. Left 3. Shout out to John Graber for that heads up. And shout out to who else was it in the chat? Who else was it? Force is strong with this one. You guys were really helpful there. Dude. Dude, that literally, dude, I'm looking at this thing, I'm like, wow, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing right now. So let me see. Okay, so we got the landing gear on. That was the first step. I kind of jumped ahead a little bit by attaching the quarter panels here. So, okay, left 3. So if we have the ship facing forward, we want, this is one of the back ones then. Okay, I see now. Okay, so these ones are the back panels here. So how hard are these to attach to the ship? I want to know. Because I know someone was saying that panels were very difficult to attach to the ship. Let's see. I want to make sure that, I should probably just turn the ship around to how it is in the instructions rather than trying to screw myself up and mirror it. Let's see. Yeah, this is way more helpful. Okay, left 3. Let's see. Get this plugged in here. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Scott. This is not easy to get attached. This thing doesn't want to... Oh, I see. There's this little clip here. You might need to attach it that way and just kind of slide the thing on. There we go. That works a lot better, but it's still a pain in the ass. But once you get it attached, it's definitely attached. I will say, oh, there he is. Just so you know, sir, you will not be flying this down the hallway at ICCCon, okay? Just got to tell you that right now. Let's see. Now, what's this one? I'm assuming this one is R3. Let's see. R3. There we go. So now we're figuring it out. So if you guys have yet to get yours, here's some advice. These little clips that are on this one side here are meant to slide along these edges right here, if you can see where I'm pointing. And it's going to guide you to sliding the panels in with much greater ease. Now that I'm getting the hang of it, I'm having a much easier time doing that. Only someone with soft hands can't click the panels. Yeah? Yeah? These soft hands are going to give you a knuckle sandwich, Hunter, next time I see you. Let's see. Grab some of these other quarter panels here. We can get the full thing put together, and then we'll put the engine pieces on. So let's see. This one is R2. R2D2. Hey, there is some weathering on the bottom of this little panel here. That's pretty neat, even though obviously most of the detail is here. Look at all the greeveling on the inside here. Look at that. All that dark. Love that dark wash there. Looks awesome. Again, these smaller ones, these are for the front. have those little clippies on them. You just, assuming, just slide along the ship here. There we go. Good Lord. And then we'll do this same thing with this other side. Get this attached. And then we should have all 4 of the main panels attached on the ship. There we go, boys and girls. This thing, I have to change the camera angle again. This thing is such a behemoth. It's not even funny. So for reference, I haven't even put the engine ports on it, so it's going to be even taller. You can kind of see my Black Series TIE fighter, the first order one, off to the side there. This thing's taller than that. I will put a hot toy next to it in a minute as well, so you'll be able to see. But I'll get this landed again so we can attach our engine pods. But real quick, do just want to show off the Phantom. I'll give this a more in-depth look in a minute here. But here's the Phantom, looking absolutely amazing. Gonna love the engines. I see a couple comments here about the engines. It's not official until Blythe takes it for a test flight. Building up the Zooboy floor fleet. You know it. Another one. Wow. I'll send you a $1 super chat if you throw it at your collection. I'll pass, Cook. I'll pass. For $1 is very tempting, I must say, but I think I'm going to pass. Okay, let me see these engines. Everybody's talking about these engines, and okay, I totally get what you guys are saying now. These engines are amazing. Holy cow. These are nuts. Look at, wow, I'm going to bring these up, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see that shiny, kind of pearly finish on the ends of the thrusters there. Look at that. And there's that reflective orangey color. It's not showing up very well on the camera, but it's this nice, like, orange color. I like that a lot. Look at that detail. Look at that, all that weathering. Wow. You guys were not lying. These are some seriously well done engine pods here. This is too cool. I'm so glad that I'm live streaming this because I'll get to go back and experience it again. I love moments like this, you know, kind of reliving that moment. So let's see here. So getting these engines. So it looks like these cords are towards the middle here. So that's kind of the best way to go about that. Everything feels very secure. Everything's very secure. Okay. Let's try not to jack this up, shall we? Let's see. So 2. Oh, these ones are probably marked honestly as well, aren't they? I bet you they are. Because they're marked on the instructions here. T1 and T2. Does anybody know where I can find those markings? For T1 and T2 on the engine pods? I wonder if there's a simple way to find those. Maybe it's on the... No. I'm assuming I know which one this is, though. I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. So, let's see. All right. Let's see. Oh, I see now. You kind of connect it like this. You take a look at the picture of the... Let's see. Center engine should be done first. Thank you, Scott. This is why we keep you around, you know? This is why we keep you around. Center engine. Thank you. They line up. Okay. Just brace yourself. Engines are tough to get in. Who needs the room? Just hang it from the ceiling with some fishing wire and then pray. That's how you handle this kind of a situation. I didn't look for markings on the engines, but I thought they were the same. The middle is different. Okay. Hey, what's up, Dante's Toys? Welcome. And thank you, Hunter, for giving out those 5 gifted memberships. Again, channel memberships, if you want to see my action figure reviews early and kind of be, you know, getting first dibs on what I put together for action figure reviews, definitely go join that channel membership. Link is in the description if you're on a mobile device. Look at that. Look at that detail. Insane. Insane. All right, let's see. Best way to put this in looks like stick this. Good Lord, this thing is heavy. Once you've got it all put together, it is heavy. All right, we'll get this. Scott, I'm not gonna lie. I think you're just getting old. I think you need to start taking some steroids or something. Get some strength here. All right, let's see now. Let's take a look at these engine pods because I saw someone said they're identical. They are mirrored. I see that much. They do not appear to be identical. Let's see. So it looks like these are. You want these on the outside. Okay, I see now. These should be easy to put in. Looks like these clips kind of move together as well. Yeah, everything kind of clips into place. Good Lord. Okay, wait a minute. I think I'm going to take back what I just said to Scott. Let's see. Good Lord, these are tough to push into place. Maybe it's because I don't have good leverage on it. There we go. Just needed some better leverage. All right, nice and secure. We'll do the other one now. Goodness me. This is not for the faint of heart. Wow. Anybody got a mallet or something? Let's see. Get this in there. There we go. All right, engines are in. Engines are on. Holy cow. Holy cow. Stand it on its nose. Oh, that makes sense, but here it is. Oh, almost assembled. We're getting there, guys. We are getting there. Oh. All right, so now we've got the engines attached. We've got the side panels attached. Now let's put on the front canopy. That's the next thing they want you to do. So there's that again, just to show that off. That looks like it's pretty easy to slide into place there. Let's get that attached. Yep, that clicked into place very nicely. I'll show you guys that from the front. This thing is so ridiculously big, and I know that the camera will not do it justice, as it hasn't done for me until you really kind of realize the full size of the thing when you get it in person. But there's the there's that there. Ugh. Get this placed back down on the ground before I bust my back here. All right, so now we got the top little gunnery placement here. Put that into place. That's very nice. Again, this is kind of really nice because it sits in place. So if you're kind of moving it, but you can pull it out very easily with friction there, but it does stay in there nicely. It looks like there is that bottom turret we need to attach. It's going to come from the accessory tray. Here's what that looks like. This one does also have the articulating hinge for the turrets here. So that looks great. We'll flip this bad boy over. Place that on the bottom of the ship, right? Yeah, here we go. It's the nose gun. That clicked in very nicely. As you can see, there's that in place, and that just swivels, and you have the hinge there as well. This thing has some crazy heft to it. I was not expecting it to be this heavy. All right, now let's take a look. Moving on. Looks like a lot of this other stuff's just going to be accessory placement, things like that. I do just want to toss the Phantom on as well. So here's where we'll take a look at the Phantom again here. There's Chop. Chop's got he's got his little arms out there. That's so silly. Can you twist these at all? Because they look like they're kind of getting stuck. But anyway, there's Chopper. I know you can pull him out. And then I'm assuming there's a hinge at the cockpit area there. So you have all your detail for the cockpit. That looks great. And then, of course, I'm assuming there's some more interior space. I'm assuming this thing's not just hollowed out plastic. Oh, is it? Oh, is there no interior space on this Phantom? Can someone let me know? I don't think there is now that I'm looking at it. Interesting. I'm interested. So Chop's arms do not move. Good to know. What's the deal with this? Does anybody know? There's no interior back here? I'm fine with it if there's not. Just kind of surprised me. Not that there's much room to put any figures in now that I'm really looking at it. It does have landing gear. So let's take a look at that landing gear. And it's funny, too, because I knew everything about this release. One person seat for the Phantom 2. It does actually make sense now that I'm thinking about it, because this whole vehicle is actually underscaled. It would actually be even bigger if it was truly scaled for 3 3/4. There's that. The landing gear out. I love the little spider legs. This is a great Clone Wars design. And all you do is I'm assuming, just click that into place on the back of the ship there. And there we go. That's in there very securely. Now, if you want to remove it, assuming you just pull. What a great system that you can really just yank at it and it comes out, place it back down into the ship there. It looks great. I do also just want to show again the logo on the side. This thing looks so good. Such amazing detail. Yeah, and Darth Revan, you really kind of pointed out there. If it was true 1/18th scale, we go for $2,000. I think a great sense of scale is from that. I think it's the second episode of the first season of Rebels where Kanan is standing on the side of the Ghost when they're freeing the Wookiees. I think that was Kessel. And you just see just how big that ship is. I mean, this whole underneath area here, the whole cargo bay, cargo hold is gigantic compared to this vehicle. So this one does have a hatch that opens up. You can kind of get some pull tabs. Maybe it's not the smartest idea to be holding this in the air while I'm trying to finagle with pull tabs. Wow, this is, dude, talk about struggling. Okay, there we go. So there is some interior space in there and a ladder which leads you down. But you can see, I mean, if you know the show, you know how big this area is. You can't even get a figure to stand up inside there. You could maybe get a small character like an Astromech or a Jawa, but no, this thing would be so massive if it was true 1/18th scale. You would never be able to, I found a clever way to display mine, but you truly could not display yours at all. If it was true 1/18th scale, it'd be so much bigger than it already is. So just checking. So now it looks like all we have left to do is kind of put some of our interior pieces in. So we're going to pop off the little hatches here. So definitely pop off the Ghost first here. Hit the nail on the head, brother. Needs lights and sounds. Waiting for, Zooboy's not here to drop it on the ground while he's trying to show it off. Yeah, I had to use a screwdriver for one of the landing gear panels. But yeah. So, okay, here we go. Let's see. So pulling off these panels, I already did it once. I think I had this one off first. So it's probably easier to do this. So the easiest way to get this front panel for the cockpit area off, take out the top turret, use this as a kind of a grip, and it pops right off. Very easy to do. So now we'll pop this thing off. This kind of pulls off from the front. Be careful with this bottom tab. This one kind of got caught when I was pulling it off. I kind of tried to lift it like a hinge, do more of a pull forward at the front of the ship there. Let's see. So we got all our... I want to have figures in here. This is what sucks. This is how you got me, Hasbro, because now I'm like, I had just this Hera that I've had for 8 months now, which now I'm going to post a review of just this figure now that I finally have reason to open it. But now I'm like, damn it. Now I want to have all the Season 1 Rebels figures that Hasbro's been making as separate releases and put those in the ship. But, okay, so let's see. We've got the back panel now. So, again, you're going to use kind of part of that area that from that gunnery emplacement as a handle to kind of help you lift up. The back panel comes right off. You won't have any problems getting that off as long as you do it that way. Kind of use your leverage. As far as setting the pieces in here, I wonder, because it doesn't look like there's magnets or anything to put the seats in. And does this center panel come out? Does this come out? Does anybody know the center panel in the back of the ship? Does that come out? I'm interested to see. I don't think it does. But I mean, dude, this ship is too damn cool. You got some awesome, awesome stuff in here. Looks like a lot of these accessories just kind of sit in the back of the ship. So a lot of them are probably going to roll around. However, your Dejaric table, here's that. A little Dejaric table with the nice little painted on pieces for the checkerboard look. That has a place you can pull that on the peg there with friction. I'll bring it up close to the camera once I finish all this. You can set your stools. You get 2 stools that are identical. And those look like this. The little seats are painted. Other than that, they're very plain. They've got some cool little sculpted detail to them. Let's see. We'll set up the our lunch table, which totally just looks like a cheap plastic picnic table you'd see at a park or that someone would buy in their backyard, which I love. It's familiar, but it's not. But yeah, so there's that. Looks awesome. And again, that's another thing that you just kind of place in the back there, it looks like. Yeah, it doesn't have doesn't really have anything going on there. And then finally, we have this little rocking chair here, which, dude, they went way too hard on the wash on this. This looks really cool. Look at that. Again, I don't know how well you can see all the detail there because I don't know how well the resolution's coming through on StreamYard, but that's pretty cool. And then you sit that in the corner and you're ready to go just like that. So I'm going to bring this up to the camera now just to give you one last look at the everything, all the interior, and then I'm going to do some scale comparisons with some other stuff. And then that'll be it for this, because obviously, like I said, I'm not opening the figures. And then I will do a video. I'll post it when it's done, the whole process. I'll do a video showing off basically what am I wording right now? I'll do a video where I build the coffee table. So it'll be a process. I think Hybrid Toy Reviews wants to do the same thing. Make sure to subscribe to Hybrid Toy Reviews. So I think he, myself, and my dad are going to be working together, getting some glass pieces together, some other things to really get that done. So here's that interior with all the accessories in place. Try and get a better angle here. None of them sit attached. They're not fixed to the floor, which I guess is nice for, the purposes of playing and posing and things like that. I'll give you the other angle here so you can see some of the other details on the other wall. Lots of the wall panels are painted and weathered, and there's just lots of cool details in here. There's the control panel by the picnic table. I love it. And then again, just the front. I love the front. So iconic. So many cool endings of episodes in there. One other thing I did see that's a feature is Hera's bed, her bunk. There is a pull feature on the top of her bunk, so you can pull up the kind of curtains, which are actually a little bit translucent. So you can actually see through there, and you can actually get her inside her bunk and then place that back down into the ship here. Let me try and get that successfully planted. There we go. Perfect. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for this. So let me move some of these accessories out of the ship here, and I'm going to show you guys some scale comparisons here, just with a couple other items that are big in my collection right now. Some stuff I've got on hand. So what we're going to do is put on the back panel again. And again, these are very easy to put back together. I'm very happy with how Hasbro kind of future, proofed that, I guess, to think about, people are going to be displaying, they're going to be doing dioramas, they're going to be doing, photography of the different scenes in the ship. So it's cool that they did it that way. Let me kind of get this put together as best I can. Wow. This back panel, I will say, can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. But once you get it attached, it's attached there. We'll get that front canopy back on the ship. Make sure you're fixing that kind of between everything there. And then we'll put our front panel back on. Which actually, I think we actually want to pull off the canopy first. Put that back on last. this thing, I think this back panel is not on correctly, so I'm going to just put this on first here. Get that. This one's the easiest. Once you have that front panel on, it feels like everything else kind of works around that panel that kind of covers the cockpit area. There we go. Good Lord. Okay, now we've got that back on here. Let's see. Kind of keep up here. Yeah, dude, I hope they do the rest of the Season 1 crew, and the Phantom 1 would be a perfect release. I could see them doing that, kind of how they did the Streets of Mos Eisley set. That kind of goes with the HasLab Cantina. I would actually love to see them do a Phantom 1 that's a separate like vehicle release, and that you can kind of do as its own thing. All right, let's see here. All right. Getting everything back together. We'll put the Phantom on it, and then we'll stand it up just so you guys can kind of get a sense of scale compared to a couple other items in my collection. So here's the Ghost. I guess I have to change my camera angle again. Here's the Ghost here. And then I'll show you next to, this thing is taller than the Black Series First Order TIE Fighter, which is kind of insane to say. I didn't think that it was going to be that massive. So let's see. We got this out of the way. So here is the Ghost as I throw stuff on the floor with the Black Series TIE Fighter. And to see how this thing dwarfs the Black Series TIE Fighter is kind of insane, considering I just reviewed the TIE Fighter, and to see that this thing is significantly bigger. It's not even just a little bit. This thing's got some significant size, and mass over the TIE Fighter is absolutely nuts. So I think I want to take a picture of this for my Instagram again. Whoa! Let's not throw anything on the ground here. All right, let me see. I got to find my phone. That's the beauty of things like this, is you're struggling to find stuff, and dude, this is nuts. Let's see, how does that picture look? Wow. All right, so we got that done. I'm going to take a couple other pictures when I'm done here, but just to give you one more size comparison, I'm going to put this up next to another larger item in my collection, that being the Hot Toys Heavy Weapons Clone Trooper with the Bark Speeder and the sidecar. So this is something else I have in my collection that's a pretty large item here. So we're going to finish getting the let's get this balanced. Get this TIE Fighter back under the table here, because I have my TIE Fighter lives under my desk. Kind of looms, looms at me, which is kind of funny. But here's the Ghost next to that vehicle. So if you have something a little bit larger from Hot Toys, like this Bark Speeder set, I'll kind of set this up, standing up next to it. That's the Hot Toys Bark Speeder next to the Ghost. Insane that the Ghost is that big compared to that vehicle. Almost just dropped it. Oh, this thing's it is a workout moving this thing around. I'll tell you that much. It is a workout. So let me just get this one last picture here. All right, there's that. I will worry about displaying this speeder again later, just because I don't want to deal with that right now. Okay, here's the Ghost. Yeah, it is a massive, massive ship, and here's it next to me. It's bigger, definitely bigger than the Razor Crest. I've held 212 Hunter's HasLab Razor Crest in person before, and this thing is way bigger. It just, the volume of this thing is ridiculous. Let's see. Get one last picture here. Just a couple more pics for the Instagram, of course. But yeah, so there we go. That's my unboxing of the Ghost. This went a little longer than I thought it was. I didn't think it was going to run an hour. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching me put this Ghost together. Hopefully, if you haven't gotten your Ghost yet, this will be a nice little tutorial, a step-by-step on how to put this hulking beast together. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to Blitz Transmissions, because guess what? I've got awesome Star Wars content coming out all the time. Like I said, I'm going to do a video on the channel of putting together the coffee table diorama that will eventually be inside of a coffee table made specifically for this, that my dad and I are going to put together ourselves and make a Lothal diorama for it. It's going to be cool. Again, make sure to subscribe. If you'd like to join my channel membership, Blitz, the Blitz Brigade, Rancor Battalion. If you join Rancor Battalion, you get to see my action figure reviews early, and you get to vote on what stuff you'd like to see reviewed first when I get hauls and things like that, which I'm actually going to be posting another one of those soon to kind of figure out. I got some recent pickups. I want to figure out what you guys want to see first. Check out my social media. Everything's linked in the description below. And with that, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And until the next edition of Blitz Bounties, may the Force be with you. We're going to get out of here now.